Welcome. I am going to do the 1-1 portal energy reading. And if you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you again for joining. I am excited. It's a brand new calendar year, and I really, really feel the newness energy. So I hope you do as well. So, let's see, I'm going to burn a little sage because I don't know, I think we just all kind of need a little bit of cleansing and energy releasing, you know? Oh my gosh, I just realized I got to open the window. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Unfortunately, I didn't want that because we might hear stuff from outside, but anyway, all right. Let's see. I feel like I've been ready to do this all day, but as soon as I sit down right now, I'm not ready. That's something in itself right there. But we're going to burn some sage. We're going to do our little bell, bring in some joy, and I might even do the singing bowl. We'll see. All right. This could be loud, so you might want to turn it down a second, but I'm going to be sending energy and tension for cleansing your area and my space so that newness can come in, and clarity and understanding and action, like strong action that we can move forward knowing that it's not doubting ourselves. So, all right, here we go. Did you saw me? It's stuck. And it's clearly not stuck. That's weird. That's weird. I literally was like, ding, ding. It's not. Okay, let's try it again. Round 2. Here we go. Okay. All right. When I closed my eyes and I was in that zone, I was called to ask, did some of y'all not ring in the new year the way you wanted to? And that would be like that first ring it wasn't what you wanted, but you want to ring it in another way, another time, a do-over, a second chance. There's something about that. And guess what? It can be a new year anytime you want it to be. I mean, yes, it's fun to get caught up in the fact that we are changing from one year, calendar year, to another. It is fun. It is got an electricity to it that is like a finality. Like there is a before and there's an after. That's fun. There is a magic in that. And it should be. But for whatever reason, I'm being called to say, like, for real, if you did not ring in the new year the way you had hoped it would, that does not mean that you're not allowed. You have to wait a whole nother year. That you do not have to wait a whole nother year. You do it when you want to do it. If and if that means being with someone, do it. If that means not being with someone, do it. If that is maybe, doing it a different way, like relaxing instead of going to a party that you didn't really kind of want to be, but you kind of had FOMO, so you went in hopes that it would be cool and it wasn't. Like, just learn from it, and you can do whatever you want today if you want. We're able to move and change, and it, although it may not be technically the new year, it is a new year to you if you want it to be. Every moment you can say, this is my new year. So all you got to have is optimism and confirm that there is a before and there is an after. So, all right. I'm going to do my singing bowl. Basically the same kind of intention. Positivity, growth, wisdom. Wow, that was the shortest little bell I've ever done, or singing bowl I've ever done. Um, but I had this massive need to want to stretch in it. So maybe there's something to that. And I've lost connection. Okay, we're gonna try this. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. This is why I don't do this in my office, because it completely is sometimes just, I mean, isn't it supposed to be Mercury direct today? Like, no, everything's supposed to flow from here on. No internet issues. Well, we're going to keep going. Hopefully, I won't have to turn off the Wi-Fi, and we'll see. Anyway, all right. My point I was trying to say before that happened, I hope I'm still even on, yeah, is that was the shortest little singing bowl I think I've ever rang. For whatever reason, it was super short. And I think there was something to it though. But what I was saying is that I felt the urge to just stretch. Like I felt like I was, cramped and I needed to stretch. And I still do. It's just weird. So maybe this is this is a moment for you to stretch. Or this is a moment for you to acknowledge that you need to maybe bust out of the seams a little bit, do something different, stretch, Oh, so I had 2 downloads that I wanted to share. One is that, have you ever noticed, I don't know if this is a download really, but it's just something to ponder and think about, is have you ever noticed that some songs you listen to, have you ever noticed which way you listen to it as? Do you listen to it as first person or do you listen to it as third person? Where when you listen to a song, is it automatically, I'm singing this to somebody and bearing my soul to somebody through this song? Is that the energy that when you listen to a song, you're like, oh, I want to say this to somebody, or I'm singing this to somebody? Or do you hear it as someone singing it to you? Like, like intending the energy to place upon you. I have never thought about that until today. And I just sat there going, I was listening to a song that I've heard several times. It's not my favorite, but it's a beautiful song. It had a very importantness to me when it first came out and I was introduced to it. But other than that, it's usually a skip over song on my shuffle. And today I was called not to skip over it. And I really listened to it, and it was so bizarre to me because I had listened to it before as a first person energy, like me asking this person, don't drop me, don't let me fall. That's what the song was. It was actually called Beige by, I don't even know who, but the song's called Beige. They're like the color. And I've always listened to it as like first person, like, please don't let me fall. Like, I need that. I need someone to like, just for once, not let me fall. Well, today it was so wild because I heard it from a third person energy, and I hope I'm saying that right. I was not the best literature person, but I think it's third person, where someone was saying it to me. Like the whole entire song I heard as someone like grabbing me and saying to me, please don't let me fall. it blew me away because I don't think I've ever noticed which way I listen to a song. And this was just a really big one. So that's a download for anyone to think about and maybe see how that applies to you. And then another download was I heard the nursery rhyme, Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. And that's all I can remember. So I actually want to pull that up. I've been meaning to do that before now. But let's try it. Because I want to read it and see if there's more to it. I know that because it just ding, it couldn't even just overtook me. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse went up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse went down. Hickory dickory dock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. A snake. Hickory dickory dock, the snake went up the clock. The clock struck 2, the snake went down. Hickory dickory dock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. A squirrel. Hickory dickory dock, the squirrel went up the clock. The clock struck 3, the squirrel went down. Hickory dickory dock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. A cat. Okay, we're going to move on. I don't think there's much to it. The cat went up the clock, struck 4, cat went down. A monkey went up the clock, struck 5, the monkey went down. An elephant. Oh no, hickory dickory dock. The elephant went up the clock. Oh no, hickory dickory dock. That was this. Have you ever noticed nursery rhymes are the most lame stuff? Was that worth our time? It was worth something. I know that. But so we had a mouse, a snake, a squirrel, a cat, a monkey, and an elephant. Well, first off, right off the bat, I just really sense that is all Chinese zodiac. Maybe not a mouse, but a rat. So that's all Chinese zodiac, animals. But I'm wondering, it progressively got bigger, right? So this is something, and I think this is very important for the fact of New Year's Eve is all about a damn clock. It's all about a clock. We're celebrating a clock. That's what it is. We are celebrating a clock. And then the next day, today, I get this massive clock energy. So it's something about time. It's something about how you spend your time, how you're watching the clock for time, right? You don't get time back. Once it's spent, it's spent. You cannot go in the past. Mentally you can, physically you cannot. So if you waste your time now, it's wasted. But is it truly wasted? But just for this exercise, it's wasted time. So if you're having nostalgic energy about something, you can't go back. You have to learn from what you chose to do with your time. You chose to do that. So learn from it and move on. But I think there's something to deal here with, so it went from something small, mouse, snake, squirrel, cat, mouse. No, I said mouse twice. Mouse, snake, squirrel, cat, monkey, elephant. And then it just goes, to me, it just kind of ends with that energy of the elephant in the room. You let something go so many times that by the time the end of it, it's an elephant in the room. It's just you and everybody know it's wrong to be there. It's just it overtakes the room, right? Batty. This is going to drive me nuts. I'm sorry, guys. But I think the fact is that something has gotten to a point where it's an elephant in the room. And it's something to do with how time has been spent on this. Maybe there's something you've been putting a lot of time in and you've maybe missed the red flags. And now it's oh God, now the elephant has crushed my clock and I have no time left. There is no time. There is no clock to do, right? Anyway, there's that. There's also that Chinese zodiac energy, which I don't know how this Chinese zodiac goes. If this is like if it goes in that same order, or if it goes, let's look it up. Geez. Chinese zodiac. Let's see. Let's see if it starts with anything special. The rat starts the one, first one, number one, rat. Okay. Second one is the ox. So we're not there, but let's just remove them to see the next. Tiger, which we don't have a tiger in this little nursery rhyme, so no. The rabbit. Dragon. So nothing. I think this may not. The snake. Okay, so if we removed all the ones that weren't in that list, right? It goes rabbit. No. Jesus. It goes rat, snake, which is number 6 in the Chinese zodiac. Horse, which isn't in the nursery rhyme, so we're going to keep going. Goat, which is not in the nursery rhyme either, so we're going to keep going. Monkey. Okay, so the cat is going to be after the monkey. So that one is the only one that doesn't flow in the same. Oh, the squirrel. We're looking for the squirrel next. Maybe squirrel isn't in the zodiac. Thought it was. Rooster. Dog. Maybe the cat isn't even in here. Okay, guys. Well, shoot. In the pig. I'm off. I'm way off. But I did hear. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not even. Well, we all learned something today. You and me both. So thanks for going down that, rabbit hole with me. But anyway. So I thought that was pretty funny. I thought there was something to it. Didn't pan out that way. But anyways, I think there is still something with the progression, right? And since I did sense the zodiac, the Chinese zodiac, it could have been years that this has been happening. Because those are full years. Like, astrology zodiac is just kind of like a month, but Chinese is a full year. So this could have been something that has been years been piling up, and now it's just like it's the elephant in the room. So okay, that was the last of the download. So let's get to I'm going to use my portal power energy oracle and find out, since this is the portal reading, what can we know? Oh, I forgot to do my prayer. May divine love open the inner eye and bring perfect insight that I may faithfully read the energy and serve truth. May all beings recognize whatever they need to take the next step on their divine life journey at the perfect time and in the perfect way. Oh my gosh. According to divine compassion and in service to great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. Okay. Okay, this fell out last night. I'll let it fall, but let's see. It is I did a reading last night on Instagram, so if you want to catch what the beginning of the 123 portal was, which was December 31st, 2023, then you catch that on Instagram. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to get off of Wi-Fi. Okay, let's hope that it's going to be a better connection. I am so sorry, guys. We got rainbow. Rainbow. It says instant happiness and hope. And then my little message at the bottom says pot of gold on both sides. So whichever way you go to the end of the rainbow leads to the pot of gold, right? It's not, well, the left side is the pot of gold. No, it's both sides are the pot of gold. You can't go wrong either way. You cannot go wrong either way. So that in itself is telling us whatever choice you make, there's a choice here. I really feel there's a strong choice. That whatever choice you make, neither one is the wrong choice. Because that's what you choose. It's your free will, right? To make that choice. There's no wrong way. So. And since I have it right here still, I showed this yesterday on the other live as well, since that came out. Look at this. I found this picture since I was cleaning out closets. And I found this picture of me as a little ballerina, probably 5, 4, something like that. And oh my God, it was so cute because I've seen this picture a million times along with other pictures that were taken at the same event. But I've never noticed until the other night how, and I love it, and I'm claiming it. I'm going to claim that I am the pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Because look, this is me, and this is the backdrop of this set design. And that's the rainbow, and it's dumping right into me. I mean, oh my God, it's so cute. I'm claiming that energy. Yep. So, anyways, that is the instant happiness. What other? Thank you. Okay, we got reflection and fire portal. So this is definitely telling me, this says, watch the flame dance, and the intensity you will find, in the intensity you will find the answer. And then reflection. And it says, are you seeing things as they are or just a mere image of the truth? And then it says, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. I think that is the objects closer than they appear. Definitely, I feel like it goes with that. For a long while, you thought it was something you could push off, right? It was like, it didn't really affect you because it was farther back than you, it wasn't right on your tail end of your car, right? It wasn't someone, whatever problem this was or whatever this issue was, it wasn't tailgating you. It was further back. It wasn't any kind of it wasn't even in your personal space, right? It was far back there. But it is actually closer to your reality of whatever's affecting you right now. It's closer than it appears. So, but I also really feel like, I don't know about you, but if you had like a, fire last night for the holiday, I think most likely if you had a fire, you were probably maybe hanging out by yourself or hanging out with some friends, and you were doing some deep reflecting on this past year, and seeing what worked, laughing at what didn't, crying at the things you couldn't change and wish with all your might you could have. And I think that's just a really beautiful, it's a good way of honoring the past, the memories, the people. It's, but it's also one of those things that it's like you learn from when you're reflecting on something. You have to do deep reflection in order to grow. And reflecting isn't always about someone else's energy. It's about how you, like, what did you do in it? What was your role? What was your place in this whole situation, good or bad? That's reflecting. Not a lot of people can do it. Not a lot of people can do it. It's really easy to see the people who don't do it when you're dating. like, oh God. Really, it's my fault all the time. Okay. I see. And it's always going to be my fault, right? Okay, cool. I'm glad we both know that now. But I really think that there's something that's reached a really big hot point. Like that is like, I swear I was at a fire last night. I think I burnt my hand. Like it was so, I was trying to stoke it and move logs around. I mean, I don't know how my hand isn't burnt right now, because I touched stuff last night that hurt so bad, and then felt the pain, and I was just like, oh my gosh, sorry. But it's gonna, like, this might actually burn a little bit. Whatever this is that you're reflecting on, there could be there could be some moments that kind of sting, you know. And I actually hear the whole like, what is that 70s show where he's like, where Kelso, they all like go burn, like burn. Sometimes things you do feel like you got burned, you know, but all you can do is reflect on it and move on. Reflect and move on. Oh, but I love this card. I needed to touch base on this because this is the exact same, like, which side is the actual, you know, this is just a water puddle. One of these sides is just a water puddle that's a reflection of the actual buildings above. So is it that? Or is it that? Which one? Which one is the house, like the actual buildings, and which one is the water puddle? It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell what was the truth and what was not. What's reality and what's not. So there are some, this situation might be one of those doozies that like you don't know. It's going to take some time. But I sometimes, like, you know, with that hickory dickory dock, I'm not sure if there is any more time left. It's crushed. Okay. Anything else we can get here? I'm going to use my Neon Signs Lenormand Oracle. The N, that could be someone's initial. Now. New. I heard nobody. Like, there's nobody to blame but myself. And no. Like, no. No. Boundaries. And then we got R. I heard rare. I do hear reconciliation, but I also, it's reflection here. But also it fell way over here, which is not confirming that. I mean, I guess it could be, but I'm not feeling that. Real, something that was real. This could have been something that was really, it's a real energy. And maybe it was looked as fake because what was real and what wasn't, you couldn't tell. In the moment when you first had the opportunity to make this as your first choice, it didn't look real. You thought it was just, what is it? What is it called when someone is a fake? Not acting fake, but a replication or a replica, right? You thought it was too good to be true. Like you were getting a replica. Like, you know, like sometimes I'm really worried about buying something off eBay because I'm thinking, oh, this could be a fake. This could be a replica of what is what I really want, which is good quality. Like, I really feel like there's something about that. Thank you. And we got manifest 111. We got the letter P. So N, R, and P can also be someone's initials, first or last, middle, I don't know, nickname, whatever. And then good riddance. I feel like there's a power. Help clarify. I'm gonna hold on. I kind of feel like there's a pressure here. And we got the, okay, so maybe this is a reconciliation because the flowers came out on the R, which is all about extending an offering, an apology. You know, imagine a bouquet of flowers. Why would you buy a bouquet of flowers? There's two really big ones for, well, there's, I guess a few. Telling someone you're sorry, apologizing, or telling someone you love them, like, and how special and rare they are to you. And then there's just like regular holidays, like honoring somebody. And then we got putting yourself out there. Maybe that's what the P is. And then things will become clear. Putting yourself out there and things will become clear. And this is the little text button. So it could be a message that you've gotten or sent. Someone's taking a deeper look at it. Maybe it's it's patience. Just give somebody patience and let them understand your message. You know what I mean? Like, some people just aren't spur of the moment kind of things. Like, they have to like take in information, process it, P, and then assess where they want to go, and then they move, and then they move forward. There's a process to it. So I really feel like if for some reason you have sent some text or you received a text, give yourself the patience enough to like make the right choice in your response. Maybe don't be quick to reply if you feel kind of like questioning what I should write, what I shouldn't write. Give it yourself a moment to like figure it out. And then you understand where you're gonna, like, understand your purpose and what you're replying to. Understand your purpose. I think there's just a big understanding. God, and then there's another, see, there's something about a message. Email, text, I don't know, something. And then because we've got two of these that are like the little message box. Yeah, I think you're questioning, Q and U, like you're questioning a lot. You must be really up in your head, or somebody's really up in their head, trying to figure out and understand maybe why someone texts. Okay, is it like, I really feel like a ton of like up in your head. Yeah, it's like, this is the Aruga card. It's meaning like someone is trying to this is like my red flags card. This is someone seeing things as like a honk. Someone's honking a horn like really loud, like, and you like jump, like, oh my God, you know, like I almost jumped out in front of the car, or like something's anticipatory energy, like you're anticipating something to just run into you, you know, like, or you get run over. It's very fear-based energy. Always wondering if this is it, if this is the wrong thing, is this the wrong thing, you know? Okay, I think we're done here, right? I mean, can we end this energy? J, E. There's a lot of letters that came out here, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so J, E, T. And we got let bygones be bygones, reconciliation, and heart is open, forgive and forget. And I mean, to me, with these three cards, that is just all there. It's just reconciliation, apology, reconciliation. Like, please. And then that was right here with the whole rainbow, which is R as well. What is a rainbow? It's signifying, well, there's a lot of things. It signifies, it's supposed to be in the Bible like a symbol from God that everything will be okay. But it's also a fragment of light that hits water in the air. And I mean, it's invisible. You know what I mean? Like, there's not like it's not a real thing. It's invisible. You can put your hand through it, and if you were to actually get to it, you know, you would stick your hand through it and it's nothing. It's nothing but a reflection of light. So, with that being said, if you see something that isn't so good, who's to say it isn't good? There's good and bad reflections of something. That's not what Spirit wanted me to say, but they took it away as fast as I could like say it. But it's something about reflection. What was it? It's not real. I hope you get that, because I don't. But like, Spirit is just screaming in my head. It's not real. It's just the way you're seeing it. Oh, I know why. Because we were just talking about how I was saying this energy feels very up in your head. Like, it's not heart-based. It's not flowy and just like, ooh, the lovey-loveys. It's, I got to figure this out. I got to figure this out. I got to figure this out. You're, going over and over. You're up in your head. Or somebody. I keep saying you, but somebody is up in their head. And when you're up in your head, cool, it has a moment. But if you start like becoming more obsessively about it and you can't calm your brain down and tell your brain, stop, just stop, and then move on to something else, if it just continues to go in that around and around and around in your head, then that is, you're too much in your head. You're thinking way more than you need to. And that is a really big deal for people who have like anxiety. It's really hard to get out of that. I mean, they make drugs to help people get out of that. It is not a fun energy. It's not a fun energy to have all the time as well. So, but it's a real energy. Like, it's real. Like, it's hard to get out of your own head. But I really feel like this is kind of that energy. Like, it's telling you, get out of your head. This is, it's not real. Move on. So, and then we got the letters T, E, and J. Oh, I forget, y'all. This is backwards, so y'all can't really see it. But this is J, T, E. We got U, P, Q, R, and N. Those are all letters that this could be applying to for the person in this energy. Okay, I'm moving on. Because that was... See, I tell you guys all, like, well, I don't tell y'all, but that felt very, like, highs and lows kind of energy, you know? my point is that not all, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. My God. Feels like all over the place. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird. It's like one minute I'm like certain in what they're saying, and then the next minute it's like they're kind of like, well, we gave you some clues. How about you figure it out? No, that's it's so weird. Okay, this is the Sacred Traveler Oracle. I think this is a really good one to, this one and another one I want to do is a very good oracle to like guide us to where we're going. And we're already at 40 minutes, so I really want to kind of wrap it up a teeny bit. I will say that this is different from yesterday's reading, which I love, because yesterday's reading was supposed to be wrapping up 2023 energy, and I was kind of a little worried that we would just kind of be too close to some new energy, but I'm glad that we aren't. This is a whole different energy reading, and I'm glad about that, because today was, you know, Mercury and Jupiter are both gone direct. They're no more retrogrades, so things should be starting to flow. Things should be having more clarity, and like big bold energy is like finally flowing again. So hold on, I'm thirsty. I hope you feel that, is my point. Okay. All right, Sacred Traveler, what can you guide our collective? Like, where are we going? What can we know? Journey by Moonlight. Whoo. Journey. Oh, there's two. Oh, I love it. There's two cards. We got Journey by the Moonlight. And then we got Fogged In. So when I first saw the Journey by the Moonlight, my first energy was like, oh, like this is something that it's not clear as day. Like it's going to be moon energy where it could be shadows. There's going to be shadows that you're going to have to decipher by the moonlight. Is that real or is that not? But the way you get through that is just believing in magic. You're believing in optimism. You're believing in specialness. And I know that sounds so silly to most, but and then I think it's even more clarified by the Fogged In. Go slow, take time. Go slow, take time. Oh my God, and I went straight to Fogged In, so we're reading that one first. Because it was hidden, right? It was hidden. Maybe something hidden by the moonlight. Something, this was the shadow maybe. Yeah, this was lurking in the shadows. Whatever this Fogged In was what we didn't see. Okay, Fogged In, card meaning. Even if you can't see what's around the next corner, go for it. Go forward, slowly and gently. You are safe. When you take the time to go slowly, new perceptions emerge that you can't see if you're moving fast. Move away from the rapid pace of everyday life and step into the majesty of stillness. Resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct. Wow. I'm going to pause from this because I really feel like that touches on the hickory dickory dock. It was the first instinct was your first choice, your free will first choice to be the mouse, right? That was the first time you were like, okay, I'm doing this. And then the next time it became the snake. And the next time it was the squirrel. It was that progression energy, right? So it says here, resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct. And I did touch base on how it felt like someone didn't want to believe something was real. So maybe that's your first instinct. especially when something is real and so everything you want. Some of us do that. Some of us, they see something real and they go, whoa, nope, not for me. That's their first instinct. So maybe that was something that was in regards to this. Okay, take time to tune in to your deeper intuition. Power is born in those times when you relax into the present moment. It says the sacred traveler wants you to know, sometimes the mist and fog are so thick that the traveler feels uncertain about everything. Where am I going? What am I meant to do? Why can't I see what's ahead? However, it's in those moments of unknowing that the deepest and most profound answers to life's biggest questions can emerge. The secret is to traverse slowly and carefully so as to not fall off the path. Be careful. Proceed with caution in all things as you sense the best direction. Listen to the whisperings of your soul. Trust your inner voice. I got so much from that. I mean, even the don't, go carefully as to not fall off the path. That even goes back to the song I first was talking about, how it was like, please don't let me fall. I think that is the root energy of as to why this person or you are overthinking things, is because you just don't want to fall. And when it is not daylight, it's really hard to see that little pebble or rock that's right there that can make you trip. And then I also really heard, just when it was like all these questions, where am I going? What am I meant to do? And why can't I see what's ahead? That's the overthinking. So I think this is just a massive confirmation of this entire reading. But I do want to read Journey by Moonlight, even though I'm probably just going to read why it was pulled for you. If I can find it, here we go. It just says magic is all around you. Spiritual dimensions and mystical realms are only a thought away. See, use that mind for something good. Use all those thoughts for something good, right? It says the veil is thin right now between you and the realm of the fairies, elves, angels, and spirit beings. It's indeed a magical universe, and the key to opening the door to these realms is to trust. Even if you can't see, trust that you are being supported in mysterious and wondrous ways. All is not as it seems. All is not as it seems. Trust your intuition and those nudges from spirit. Believe. The sacred traveler wants you to know, when the traveler journeys by moonlight, mystical beings emerge and magic abounds in the depths of the enchanted forest. Even though the traveler can't see clearly, he trusts that blessings and support are being showered over him and his life. The key to having miracles transpire in your life is to believe in magic and trust that you are supported by unseen beings in accordance with your higher good. Beautiful. Here's your key. Trust and believe. Beautiful. Okay. I do want one more oracle because I have been really wanting to watch this Arthur movie. I can never remember what it is, but it's got the guy from the biker show that was so so big on television a couple, like 10 years ago, it feels like. Something. He's a hottie. That's all I know. He's tattooed and bearded and like, anyways, there's an Arthur, king of something, like, you know, Arthur Merlin, Arthur the Sword in the Stone. There's there's a movie with this other guy who played this character in this. Maybe that'll help you. I'm trying to, like, since I don't know the name of any of it, I don't know the actor, I don't know the two movies I'm referring to. I'm trying to give you as much information to see if maybe you can recognize it. Kings, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, I've been dying to see that movie. I've watched that movie I don't know how many times, and it's just always one of my favorite movies to watch. But it's where the guy who is the main character is actually Arthur, and it's a really incredible movie. I mean, there's so many symbolism parts in there, because there's even like Lady of the Lake is in that movie. Not all Arthur, Sword in the Stone, Merlin movies talk about the Lady in the Lake, but that one does, and she's in this oracle, and I'm just like, oh my God, made me fall in love even more with that movie. Okay, I'm kind of little. What more can we know? So my point is I've been really called to that energy, so I that's how I work. I go through, and whatever I'm being called to, I go to that type of divination. Thank you. The water fairy. The feelings and emotions. Is there anything else? I feel like there's another one, Spirit. Is there not? Two more. Okay, here we go. So we got the water fairy and okay. Feelings and emotions is number 28. The 31st, so the 28, 31, and 26. You know, I was going to say that these could be days that were really important for this energy. And then it just all like flowed into the fact that between like the 26th through the 31st, maybe even the 30th, it's a void. That week is seriously a void. And every year I feel it, but this year was so different. Like this year was like, it like exemplified the energy. Like my kids were like, well, it said something. I was like, they're like, Mom, it's Tuesday or Saturday. And I was like, man, I don't care what day it is. I could not, I know there's only 7 options. I would probably pick the right day of the week, the last option that I had, my last choice. Because that's how not in tune I am with a calendar right now. No idea what day it is. And it actually bugs me for you to ask me what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't say that, but like, that's the overall energy. Like, do you think I care? I don't care what day it is, because I'm enjoying my rest and this void of like not having pressure to do anything. And maybe you did have pressures, because I sure had pressures of like, oh, I got to do this today. I got to do that today. I got to do that. You still had those. But like overall, there was this air of, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, I really don't matter. It does. So I really feel like that this last week was so heavy in that. And I mean, I felt it before, but this one, like I said, was just a little heavier. And so that's what was interesting, because when I was reading that book, it was saying about how like take time and rest and be in the void, be in the quiet, be in all this, and like settle the questions. Just let it come to you. So I think this is a big omen that maybe that's what you've been going through this last week. So enjoy it, right? I'm hoping that you did get some clarity on some big time things. And if you haven't, that you rested during that time and like quieted the mind so that you can hear it going forward. But the water fairy, the goblin, yikes. He doesn't look like he's up to nothing good, right? Just the name goblin. I don't even know if there's ever been one single story about a goblin that was good. And then we got the horse. Galloping too. He's not standing still, he's moving. I don't think maybe he is running fast, but he's running, right? It's action, it's movement. But it says, the goblin says the wounded human ego. And the horse says accepting help from another, delegating authority. Cool. Here we go. I want to touch on this. Oh, I went to Earth. I went to number 27, and this was number 28. So close. When the water fairy swims up to you with her liquid magic, she reminds you that the emotions and feelings may be running the show. She asks you to consider how you really feel about things and why. She also reminds you that you are not your feelings. You are the one experiencing them. I love that because it's almost like the exact opposite of what we've been talking about like being up in your head. Well, I think this is what it's saying, is that's how we get up in our head, is because we're letting our emotions that we're trying to suppress, push down, and like, you know, we're pushing those down, and so it has to come out some way, so it goes right up to your brain, and then it goes there. So I think that's I think that's beautiful. Remember that as water flows, emotions change. The water fairy also tells you that it's time to lose your rigidity. Be fluid and willing at times to compromise and allow change to happen. If you're happy right now, enjoy, for the water fairy swirls her love around you. If things are making you sad, she comes to wash away your tears. The water fairy knows the power of emotions, so when she appears, be mindful of them and how they affect you. Remember, feelings are the fuel for manifesting. Be certain that you want to create what you're feeling. Allow your feelings to pass through and focus on the positive. The water fairy longs to smile at you in reflection. Reflection. The water fairy. This is a puddle. Like the video, please. If you're watching, please like the video. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh, God. The goblin. When the goblin appears on your path, your plans are or are about to go away. I'm saying that again. Sorry, I messed it up. When the goblin appears on your path, your plans are or are about to go awry. The goblin wants to lead you astray and whispers the negative spell of fear, anger, resentment, self-righteousness, arrogance, selfishness, greed, gluttony, procrastination, and addiction. When the goblin appears, it's time to stop what you're doing and check your motives. Are you coming from an ego-centered place? Are the circumstances in your life triggering unresolved past issues that still need healing? Now is the time for self-evaluation and taking inventory before you take another step. The goblin represents the wounded ego and its influence. Dark, repressed areas of the psyche get triggered, either in you or warning you of a dynamic between you and someone else. Do nothing. Stay still, send loving energies to yourself and others, and remember the divine connection in all things. The goblin will disappear and lose power when you focus on love and fairness. That's beautiful. And lastly, we're going to end here. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you've gotten something from this. I have. So, like, this is... Whew. The horse appears on your path as to offer assistance. If you're asking a question about your life, the horse says that you will indeed receive help from another to aid you on your quest. Too often, do you refuse help from others? Do you sometimes feel that although you give to others, no one helps you? Well, you don't have to walk the walk. Wait, you don't have to walk the whole way alone. You can get help. The horse appears to remind you that assistance is for the asking. Have you noticed this entire horse one? I haven't been able to read it. I mean, I know I messed up on another one, but this whole one, I've been very chunky in how I've said it. It's almost like I can't speak clearly and fluently and efficiently. I think that has something to do with the holding back of asking for help. Holding back. So, the horse appears to remind you that the horse appears to remind you that assistance is for the asking. Sometimes you need to be carried to get to your destination. Trust that when the horse appears, help is yours. Remember to ask for it, and also remember to accept it when it's offered. It's beautiful. All right, guys, I hope this has helped with whatever situation you're working with right now. And thank you again for watching. Really, I would definitely just wish for you the most incredible new year. And make those goals. Reflect and see what happened, what you don't want, what worked. Not everything is a failure. Some things really, really worked. And, bonus note, what is that word? What you say? I'm going to forget it right now. I'm going to forget it. Dang it, it's like right there. Basically, failures are a bonus. Like, they are a positive. So any failure that you had this year, take it not as a loss, but as a win. So, all right. Well, have a happy new year. And thank you for coming on this journey with me and letting me share my energy with you and you sharing your energy with me. And I love this collective and I'm so excited it's growing. And thank you again for coming along on this ride with me. I truly appreciate it. And y'all take care. Bye.